first day of GDC 2016. I think it's the first day, right?
No, it's the second day.
It's the second day of GDC 2016. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it is the first and only day of the Esports Summit here. I'm joined by Daniel Lee, also known as Tafokints. Tafokints. Have you ever thought about just going by Daniel?
I thought about it, but Tafo's kind of stuck with me now.
Because I think I'm just going to call you Daniel from here on out.
Yeah, that's fine, Travis.
Okay. All right. See, and it works for me because I've just got Travis. We're already in a good place. You just did a talk about how you, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the basic premise was like how I, Daniel Lee, saved the Smash Melee community?
It's not quite like that, but just more so how grassroots communities can grow their scene competitively. Smash has been primarily grassroots, and we just want to highlight this for other people.
How do you think it went?
I think it went pretty well. I mean, the audience was about the size I expected. It's going to be on the vault, so I'm excited to see how it panned out.
You know, it's kind of neat that as part of the whole Esports Summit, you know, we get to see Smash. And I think, again, we're seeing so much Smash stuff talked about in esports in general. Do you think that's good for the community, or is there kind of any kind of hesitancy or pushback?
I think for the most part, everyone's cautiously optimistic to very optimistic. I think it's always a good thing when bigger organizations come to see that Smash is worthy of being a part of their circuit. So, pretty good.
There is a little bit of novelty, I think a lot of people would say, has been lost in the early days of League compared to now when we have like the giant LCS and like 20,000 person arenas being filled out. Would Smash suffer if it was exposed to that kind of thing?
I mean, I think there's trade-offs. I definitely think we have to make some compromises, but I think the positives of having larger prize pots, people sponsoring us, players being able to play full-time is just more than outweigh the cons.
Seems like there are so many Smash events nowadays. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at last year especially, there was a major tournament every week almost.
There was a lot of people that talked about, I kind of feel like back in the heyday of StarCraft 2, there was almost like a tournament saturation issue where there's like too much stuff going on. And I think sometimes you see that even on the Dota side. Do you feel like there's a danger of that at all with Smash?
Yeah, I think there is, especially with top players. They complained of fatigue, especially late in the fall last year. And so I hope that we can all coordinate with the major organizers just to make sure that the top players' health are kept into the picture of everything so that we just see good play from everybody at the big events.
There's an event actually coming up this weekend at South by Southwest. I'm going to be there checking out Battle of the Five Gods, right?
Yeah, that's correct. It's starting Thursday, actually.
Okay, good. I get in just in time for that. So is it running all 4 days?
It's running Thursday, Friday, and then I think the final bracket's on Saturday.
Who are the Five Gods in that, for those that are uninformed?
So the Five Gods are a series of players that have dominated the scene for years, and those are King, Armada, Mango, Hungrybox, and PPMD.
Okay. Is Leffen a god?
No, he is top 6, and he's certainly at the same level, but he does not have the quote-unquote title of a god.
Now, do you decide? Is it you that gets to decide when he becomes a god, when he joins the Pantheon?
Well, I mean, the Five Gods narrative is actually a time period between 2010 and 2014, but for now, anybody who is in the top 6 are just called the top 6. Unless Leffen, like, straight up just dominates everybody for years and just doesn't lose a set to anybody, then I don't think it's appropriate to call him a god.
Okay. Is he a demigod?
I mean, sure, we can call him a demigod, we can call him a titan, we can call him God Slayer. I mean, there's a bunch of other things.
Okay. I like those. We should have a conversation about which one, and then ultimately I'll decide. Now, so that's happening this weekend. What's at stake there, or is that part of a bigger? Is it like a qualifier? Is it kind of one-off thing? And who's putting it on?
Good Game Alliance. They're the company that runs Alliance and EG. They helped organize it at South by Southwest.
Okay.
And they're competing for $25,000. It's 20 people that are invited. So, and this is just a one-of event. Maybe they run another one in the future, but yeah, it's going to be just really exciting. $25,000 is a lot for Smash.
Do you have a pick for who's going to win that?
Armada, very easily.
Okay. Is that because Armada's on Alliance, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So if it's a company that's running it that owns Alliance, you're suggesting that it's going to get rigged for him, right? That's the implication?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. I'm glad we got that on the record. Is there anything that you want to say to any of the Smashers out there, or the people that are maybe seeing more and more talk about Smash and want to find out about it?
Yeah, we have a bunch of avenues, so you can go to meleeonme.com, smashboards.com, and we got a Reddit that's really popular. So those are really good avenues to just get connected with the community.
Well, thank you so much for the interview, Daniel. Really appreciate it. Again, notice I called you Daniel. Congratulations on the panel. I'm Travis Gafford, and this is Yahoo Esports.